Erik Ten Hag is in desperate need of a big result at Old Trafford against Spurs to please the Manchester United hierarchy and supporters this weekend. The Red Devils played out a goalless stalemate against Crystal Palace last weekend, which was followed by a 1-1 draw against FC Twente in the Europa League. Erik Ten Hag's Man United slumped to another disappointing result in midweek when FC Twente came from behind to snatch a point during the Red Devils Europa League opener. It means United have won just 3 of their opening 7 matches across competitions this term, a run of form that will likely have to change if Ten Hag wishes to stay in charge of the 20-time English champions. Things don't get any easier for the Dutch manager, given Sunday's clash against Tottenham as the first match in a mammoth run of fixtures. United manager Erik Ten Hag will want a strong response against Spurs on Sunday, and ahead of the game, the club have no fresh concerns to worry about. Following this weekend, United traveled to Porto in the Europa League before heading to Aston Villa next Sunday with matches against Brentford, Fenerbahce and Chelsea to come after that. First, though, it's all eyes on Spurs. Meanwhile, there is some good news on the fitness front. Malacia recently had some sessions with the team after recovering from a long-term knee problem. The Dutchman was once again spotted in team training yesterday. Ten Hag has started Diogo Dalot at left back from the start of the Premier League campaign, and he is likely to stick with the Portuguese for the upcoming encounter. The manager has already confirmed that Luke Shaw may not return until after the international break. We believe Malacia could make the squad ahead of the Englishman. The 25-year-old may not immediately start games after his long absence. He could be eased into the first team plans with cameo appearances off the bench if required. Sunday's meeting against Spurs appears a must-win for United, considering they are already 4 points behind the top 4 and can't afford to lose further ground soon. Ten Hag's position remains safe at the moment. A first win against Spurs in 4 games would be a huge boost. On the other hand, a draw or defeat could raise questions over his future. Now let's look at the predicted 11 Ten Hag might go for this weekend. Ten Hag will go for a 4-2-3-1 formation for this game. In goal, Andre Onana. The only constant for United this season, and for good reason too. Andre Onana proved his worth once again last weekend when he pulled off a stellar double save to deny Crystal Palace from snatching a late winner. Given Spurs have scored in all but one of their Premier League outings this season, he'll have to be on top form once again. Defense, Mazraoui, Ligt, Martinez, and Dalot. While there were frustrations with the attack during the Palace draw, bar the odd blip, United's defense put on a solid showing in South London. Ten Hag appears to have found a settled backline with Matthijs de Ligt and Lisandro Martinez forming a solid partnership at the heart of the defense. In the continued absence of a left-footed left back, Diogo Dalot will operate from that flank, while new fan favorite Nasser Mazraoui should get the nod on the opposite side. In midfield, we've got Manuel Ugarte and Mainoo. Rarely has a player gone from hero to villain as quickly as Christian Eriksen against FC Twente, with the midfielder opening the scoring during the first half, before clumsily giving the ball away for the equalizer in the second. Despite his costly error, Eriksen blasted United's performance in the 1-1 draw, claiming the opposition wanted it more. He'll likely make way for Mainoo in the starting 11 this weekend, with new boy Manuel Ugarte operating from the base of midfield. In attack, Ahmed, Fernandes, and Garnacho are the surest candidates. As demonstrated at Selhurst Park last weekend, goals have been an issue for the 3-time European champions. Captain Bruno Fernandes was blasted for his performance last Saturday, with the Portuguese international still searching for his first Premier League goal of the season. He'll look to support wide men Amad Diallo and Alejandro Garnacho, who have looked the most dangerous players for United so far. United will of course play a lone striker, and that will be Marcus Rashford. As for the center forward position, Joshua Zirkzee's efforts can't be knocked, but his finishing can be, meaning Ten Hag might turn to Marcus Rashford to lead the line this time around. It means Rasmus Hojlund will have to wait another week longer for his first start of the season. United made heavy weather of their Europa League draw with Twente in midweek, and their performance was very uninspiring at home. However, Spurs' attacking playing style would suit the Red Devils, who tend to play at their best when they are counter-attacking their opponents. United are winless in the last 3 meetings versus Spurs, with 2 draws and 1 defeat. Despite this, the Red Devils should be favorites to come on top this weekend, considering they fare better in the big games at Old Trafford. We predict a 2-1 scoreline in favor of United, given the club have been prone to conceding goals under Ten Hag. United have tended to squander leads, and we saw another example against Twente. The game is a must-win for Ten Hag and United in our opinion. The club are already 4 points behind the top four and can't afford to slip up further. A draw or defeat at the weekend could lead to more questions over Ten Hag's position. What do you make of the predicted lineup? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments section below.